Hi, I'm Pastor Tim. Here's another grain of Cybersalt for your world. About this time last year, Susan and I graduated from 20 years of minivans to driving a late model car. This is our 2007 Chevy Impala. We're really enjoying this car. We're taking good care of it too. We're keeping it well maintained, trying to keep it clean inside and keeping it clean outside. But as you can see, we ran into a bit of a glitch in that care program a couple of weekends ago. This dent in the right rear bumper of the car. Susan was driving, she was stopped in traffic, and she looked in her rear view mirror and saw a BMW approaching quickly, and it didn't look like it was going to stop in time. She pulled forward and tried to pull over the side a little bit, but by the time the driver of the BMW noticed that traffic had stopped, she didn't have enough stopping distance left and ended up denting the car. When everybody got out of their cars to look at the damage, the driver was really apologetic and explained that she had been on her cell phone. She was a distracted driver. Distracted driving is nothing new. There have been distracted drivers ever since the rear seat was invented and children put in it to kick them in the back. Another type of distracted person that's been around longer than distracted drivers? Distracted worshipers. Down through the ages, mankind has found ways to be distracted in church. With technological advances, there's tons of new ways to be a distracted worshiper. You can receive beeps and buzzes and tweets in the middle of the service to distract your attention and the attention of those sitting around you. On your smartphone or tablet or iPad, you can check your email, surf web pages. On your phone, you could receive an important business call and excuse yourself. Everyone will just think it must be very, very important that you have to leave. They'll probably even pray for you. You can check your Facebook, check your friend's Facebook. You can even play games. And if you do it all with a really contemplative look on your face, kind of just looking down, you can really look engaged and reflective. I think I know what Jesus would say to distracted worshipers today. He'd say the same thing that he said to his disciples in Matthew 26. Jesus had gone away to pray. He was in agony. He was distressed about the crucifixion that was coming up very soon, the next day. He asked them, "Stay here and wait and watch with me." And after a while, he returned to them and he found them sleeping. And he said this to them. It's verses 40 and 41 in Matthew 26. It says, "Then he returned to his disciples and found them sleeping. 'Could you men not keep watch with me for 1 hour?' he asked Peter. 'Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the body is weak.'" Yes, the disciples had had a long day. They had all the preparations for the Passover meal. They had celebrated the Passover meal with Jesus, and now they were tired after supper, late in the evening. But what Jesus asked of them wasn't too much, just an hour. Just asking them to watch and wait with him. Think of everything that they had been through together, everything that he had poured into them, preparing them for the mission he had for them in life, a mission that was really in a critical time. And everything that he was going through emotionally in his feelings, what he asked for wasn't too much. We know everything that Jesus did. In fact, the disciples maybe, well, of course, at that time didn't even fathom what was going to happen, but we know how horrible it was, the death that Jesus had on the cross for our sins. And because of that death and our faith in it, our sins are forgiven. So we have even less excuse to not pay attention, even for just an hour when we attend church. The other thing that's important for us to remember is Jesus' warning to the disciples when he came back and found them asleep. He warned them to be awake. He warned them to watch out for temptation lest they fall into sin. Because when we're distracted from worshiping God, that places us in a place where we're not safe spiritually. We're not taking the care for ourselves, guarding our souls the way that we should. Because if we won't even put the effort into turning our phones off in order to concentrate on the greatness of God, to concentrate on the music and the words that are being preached, the things for our hearts to meditate on, if we're not even spiritually disciplined to do that for an hour, then surely we're in big danger in our spiritual lives. So let's view airplane mode on our phones as worship mode. And let's be the attentive worshipers that Jesus wants us to be and that we need to be. I hope this thought adds flavor to your world today. God bless you. This is our 2007 Chevy, 2007. And she looked in her rear view mirror. 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 She looked in her rear view. About this time last year, Susan and I, I'll start with a smile. Oh, surf web pages. Yes, they surf web pages too. Verses 46. Yeah. And as long as you're looking at your phone or your iPad or your tablet with that kind of contemplative look, you can even pull it off. Yeah, it's a small parking lot. You actually lost your car in this small parking lot, so you have to beep it that many times. On your phone, you can receive beats. Beats, I guess, if you like beats. It's good that this accident happened in the fall. The auto body repair place can fix it with something from their bumper crop.